Hello everyone. Today we're doing a week of vegan lunches, and technically this is actually not a week. It is 4 days of vegan lunches, but regardless, they are lunch ideas to help give you recipes, inspiration, just kind of show you what I'm eating in a normal week of lunches on the daily, what my cravings are, etc. Obviously, I work from home, so I am very lucky that I get to make my lunches at home, but you can definitely pack some of these up, take them with you, meal prep them, things like that. All the recipe instructions are written out in the description box down below. And yeah, let's see what I had for lunch this week. So on Tuesday, I had some refried beans in the fridge that I had to use up. So I was like, all right, I'm going to make a little refried bean quesadilla. And these are the Trader Joe's fat-free refried beans. They're so good. So I took a carb balanced tortilla, the big one. This is the burrito style one. And I just spread a bunch of those refried beans on the bottom. At first, I was only going to do it on half. And then I kind of had a lot of refried beans. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to spread it all over the whole thing. Then I was taking some vegan cheese. This is the Daya Mexican one with the oat cream. It is really good. Then I folded it over, and then I remembered I wanted to add spices. So I just did red pepper flakes and garlic powder just to give some flavor to the inside more. The refried beans taste really nice, but I like to add a little something else. If I had salsa, I might have added some salsa in there too. I'm going to spray both sides with some spray oil. I'm popping this in a pan, and then I'm just going to cook this on the stove on a medium heat. 3 to 5 minutes per side, just until they get nice and golden brown. At every meal, I have to have a fruit or veggie. A meal just doesn't feel complete without those things for me. So I had some of these beautiful grape tomatoes, the sugar bomb ones. They're so good. They taste amazing. I cannot control myself around them. Then I had some tea. So I just took a bag of the Lipton peach green tea. I put it in a jar with water. I let it hang out, and then I put ice in there, and I made a little iced peach green tea. There is my quesadilla all done. Looks beautiful. And then I just cut it into quarters. I will say the Daya cheese, the new formulation, melts really nicely. I think this looks amazing. It tasted so good. It was such a great lunch. So I'm going to plate it up. And I always take the time to plate my food up nicely. I feel like it's just a little bit of self-care, self-love. You know, I work hard to fuel my body with nice things, so I should plate it nicely. I have some of this Forager's Greek style yogurt, which is so good. So I'm going to put that on the side as a little vegan sour cream. And that was my lunch. Super simple. Took a few minutes. If you want to meal prep this, take it with you to an office. You could just heat it up in a microwave. And I had my tea and my quesadilla, and we're ready to go. On Wednesday, I made the most incredible yogurt bowl. Okay, so starting out with the silk vanilla yogurt with soy in it, so it has more protein. And then I'm just going to scoop out as much as I want, taking some vanilla protein powder. We've discussed this. I'm pretty sure this is discontinued because it's no longer on their website, but sometimes it's still available on Amazon, so I'm confused. Now, the trick to mixing yogurt with protein powder is you're going to start off slow with the spoon, get it kind of integrated in there, and just work it in really slowly. And then once it's clumpy, you're going to take a whisk and you're just going to whisk vigorously until it turns into a creamy, smooth consistency. And you could see, look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. And that's all thanks to the whisk. It adds in air, it breaks down the protein powder, and takes away the clumps. So I had some nectarines, which I was so happy to find at the food store. I felt like it's a little early for nectarines, but I am here for it. I love stone fruit. I love when it comes back in season. I had made this yogurt bowl the previous day before in a snack form, so a smaller portion before I went to a Pilates class. And I've been thinking about it. The combination of the fruit and the yogurt and the Catalina crunch we're going to add was just so good. I don't have a cherry pitter, so I cut them in half, and then I was scooping out the pits. If I'm being honest, about halfway through, I got really lazy and I was like, you know what? I can spit the pits out. I will live. So I just, at a certain point, gave up and have them, but I just didn't take the pits out. And they kind of look cute with the pits still in there anyway. Obviously, be careful if you do that. Just know to spit your pits out. But I mean, I'm a 32-year-old adult woman. I know to spit cherry pits out. So now it was time to add my fruit on top. It looks so pretty and cute, and it just all works so well together. Then I'm going in with the Catalina Crunch, the dark chocolate, and I'm just going to sprinkle that on top. And this is seriously so delicious, so beautiful. I love how light it is, but it's also sweet and it's crunchy, and it's a really just a good yogurt bowl combination. I really suggest you try it out. Something about it works really well together. On Thursday, it was raining and cold. I think the high was like 60 degrees, if that. So I wanted comfort food. So I'm taking my soy-free fava bean tofu and I'm breaking it up into chunks with my hands. I like to break it into pieces because it creates sort of a more nuggety texture to them because you're getting all that craggliness. Half of this block had like frozen in my fridge, so I had to cut some of it up, but that's okay. We're going to pop this in the air fryer at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And I'm just sprinkling garlic powder on here because I'm going to add buffalo sauce later, which is salty. So I don't like to add salt and the buffalo sauce. So I'm popping that in. While that's in there, I'm going to cut up some watermelon. I think I'm just so happy to have summer fruits back in action. So usually I have more vegetables with my lunch, but I don't know. I was just like so happy that the fruits were here and I was going with it. So I like to cut the watermelon into little pieces. They're just perfect little bite-sized niblets that way. They're so good. I'm going to cook up this carbe diem pasta. I really like it. It's very good. So I had the water boiling, salted already, and then I just threw that in there. This week I tried out these Zevia teas and they're really good. I liked the peach tea better than the blood orange, and I still have 2 other flavors to try, but they're really good. I really like them. I highly recommend them if you are a tea drinker, and I just love tea. I love any kind of tea, whether it's sweet, not sweet. These are sweet enough. They're like lightly sweetened. They're good. After 10 minutes of cooking, I take the tofu out of the air fryer. I coat it in buffalo sauce. I don't really measure this. Obviously, I just drizzle it on, toss them around, and then I go back in the air fryer for 10 minutes. The pasta is all done. I drained it and left a little bit of pasta water in there. And then we add in almond milk, a little bit of the vegan Greek yogurt, a little bit of vegan cheese, and then I'm going in some nutritional yeast, a little garlic powder, and buffalo sauce. I'm going to bring that back to the stove, let it all cook up and melt down so we get a nice cheesy sauce. And then it was just time to plate. Again, this comes together really quickly, super easy, about 20 minutes for the whole thing. And it's so delicious. I love buffalo tofu and vegan mac and cheese together. It's just so good. So beautiful. And then I had my watermelon with it and my tea. And this was another really satisfying, delicious meal. And finally, let's see what I ate on Friday. So on Friday, I always like to have a fun lunch. I like to have fun lunches all the time, but I like to make something that kind of reminds me of like a pizza or a pizzeria, because Fridays in my mind just always go to pizza. So I took a carb balanced tortilla and some sauce, and I'm kind of making like a stromboli, a pinwheel, something like that. Some vegan mozzarella, using the follow your heart one. And then I'm going in with some vegan prosciutto. This is from the brand Mia. I get it at Whole Foods, but you could use like a vegan pepperoni or something. I just kind of wanted to make a roll up thing. So I put the pieces down and then I rolled it up nice and tight. And this just gives me that pizzeria feel. And I also put some vegan Parmesan on there, but you could also do nutritional yeast. And I just rolled it up, and then I'm going to spray it with some spray oil, and I'm going to put garlic powder, red pepper flakes, and more vegan Parmesan on top. It just adds flavor to the tortilla and makes it less of like a wrap and more, again, a little bit of just that pizzeria feel. I put it in the air fryer, 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 5 to 7 minutes. On the side, I'm going to have lupini beans from the brand Brahmi, and then I am having a Zevia green tea today. I really liked this one. So out of the flavors we've tried, it goes peach, green tea, then blood orange. I also have the passion fruit one to try, so I'll have to report back at some point, but this was really good. And then on the side, I'm going to do some nectarines, and yeah, I kept it super simple. I feel like from this video, it seems like I don't eat anything green, but that's not the case. I have vegetables every night at dinner. So this was a little bit of a weird week just because I had so much fruit and I was so excited, but I don't really care. Fruit, vegetables, we have to eat all of it. This is what the inside looks like. Easy, delicious. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you out, gives you some inspiration, ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you soon with more videos. Bye.